watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Transervice has been a leader in the transportation and fleet maintenance industry for over 50 years. If you're a professional driver or technician looking for opportunities to be the best and work with the best, then we want you working at Transervice. Our current workforce includes over 1,000 drivers and technicians, managing over 24,000 pieces of equipment in over 120 regional and local facilities across North America and Puerto Rico, and we're getting larger all the time. Our corporate philosophy of trust, respect, and honesty has led to employees that have spent their entire career with Transervice. As with our employees, we have many customer relationships exceeding 20 years. You'll have the opportunity to learn and grow professionally in an environment that values and rewards excellence, with a variety of perks such as education support, recognition awards, career advancement opportunities, and more. A great work-life balance, a company built on values, recognition, and rewards for excellence. While our competitors offer jobs, Transervice offers you a career, not just a job. Contact us today.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Transervice 500, Sim500 racing event here live at the Daytona International Speedway, the world center of racing. It's the Guitar Addict 80, live from Daytona on the Ghostfire Media Network. It's me, Randy Bever, alongside Nick Adams tonight. How's it going, my friend Nick?
I am good, Randy. I am very good. I'm excited for the evening tonight. I think we're going to have a fantastic night of racing. Before we even get going, you see your regular season champion, the number 39, a Daniel Fockenham out there on the racetrack here in practice. Folks, we have a lot to talk about here in this pre-race show, so we're just going to get right to it now. Randy, tonight we have... Are you ready for this? A three-person race for that last bubble spot.
Wow.
Rich
Three
Swavely,
people.
Ron Holyfield, Ryan Howard, 18th, 19th, and 20th. They are separated by a grand total of 13 points.
That's it. That's crazy.
Everybody
13
else
points.
is locked in.
And the other
Unless
thing
they
about
don't show up.
13 points. A good number or a bad number?
For me, I like the number 13.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. 13. It's actually been a good number to me lately. So I'm going to go with that's a good number. So it might be unlucky for maybe one driver.
I'm listening.
Well, I'm just thinking whoever's on the outside there of this bubble, you know, it doesn't get locked in because of 13 points, then, hey, it could be unlucky to them. I just love how Daniel Falkingham just shows up at the last minute here and automatically takes the pole in practice over Coleman, Mojica, and Livingston. Livingston sat here fastest in practice for at least the last 50 minutes. Him and I think Beasley was behind him for a while. Now all of a sudden these guys just show up and wham, down the podium they go. But you know, this is practice. Daytona has a lot to do with the air. Seeing the air, as Dale Earnhardt used to say. I see the air. Oh, Mojica just went for a nice little spin.
Oh, they're all wrecking on the front stretch.
Yeah, I see that. Ooh,
Oh,
wow. Look
that
at
was
that.
a big one.
That was nice.
That was a big one.
That was an X game move. Wow.
If that's what you want to call it.
Oh, he's up in the air spinning, doing the Tony Hawk flips. So Beasley went for a nice little ride there as well. So we'll see tonight who is going to survive. We're not going to say who's going to win. We're just going to say who survives tonight, because this is a big question, because these races are so unpredictable. You know, you can be up front the whole night and then the last turn be in the wall, or maybe be in the very back of the pack, minding your own business, waiting for the big one to happen, and the big one happens and it still takes you out. So we'll see.
Anything and everything is possible here tonight.
Yeah, and it's not a matter of really driving, because the truck will drive itself around this track. It's just keeping the truck out of trouble and keeping it away from the people next to you. You're going to see a lot of guys side drafting tonight. And what we mean by side drafting is they'll come down as close as they can to the guy on the bottom of the track, getting around the, maybe moving a little faster than they are. And they'll try to suck up on the side of them and get enough momentum to bring their truck around that truck, or at least to stay with that truck. So we'll see a lot of that. And that can be dangerous, because you can get a little too close for comfort, and then things can break loose. And that's usually what we see happens in these big melees here at Daytona and Talladega and Atlanta Motor Speedway. So we'll see. This one, Daytona is at least three lanes of racing around the track. And it's not like Atlanta. You have 3 lanes, but it's very, very tight. Daytona gives you a little bit of leeway. You can actually do 4 if you're in the right area. Talladega, you can do 5. It's such a huge, wide truck. And, there goes Mojica into the back of Falkingham, and Falkingham goes around. Hopefully you don't see that in the race. At least, well, Daniel was really, he won last week. But, this week, we'll see. This week's a whole nother beast. Crash them on pit road. Oh, thank God these are virtual cars and not real cars. Somebody would have been dead just then. Oh, boy. And I'm sure Falkingham just got a penalty for going too fast down pit road coming out on the track right there. You can't go that fast down pit road, but he did. And he figures, well, I've got 24 seconds left to get around this track. It's not going to happen, so it's going to be into practice, and then we'll get into the real qualifying here at Daytona International Speedway. on this beautiful Wednesday night. And I will say that the weather on the track right now is pretty much replicating what is actually going on out here in Daytona right now, because I am a whopping about 7 miles away from the track. And when the cars do go around the track during speed weights, I do hear them. Actually, I hear the Richard Petty driving experience go around every day.
Do ya?
Yeah, I do. I do.
I'm surprised you don't know Richard Petty.
I met Richard
Shut
many
it.
times.
Just shut
Yeah,
it.
him and Kyle both. Kyle, I'm actually pretty good friends with. Kyle's a guitar player, man. What do you expect? You asked the question. I just answered it.
Shut up. All right. We're going to look at defending series champion, locked into the playoffs here, Tommy Ryan, the number 99 VA811.com Chevy Silverado. Randy?
VA stand for?
Virginia.
Oh, I thought I must have have a VA.
What the
it's
hell
VA.
did you think it stood for? You okay?
Veterans? No, I'm just
Are
kidding.
you okay? Can somebody get Randy Pepper some help, please?
I'm just having a little fun here tonight, man. It's the last race of the regular season. Come on, man. Have a little fun.
I'll show you.
It's on my home track, too. Now, one of the things I'll have to watch out tonight is not hitting people out here on meth.
You know what's great about tonight? The guitar, not the guitar, sorry, the Transervice drone cam returns tonight here at Daytona. And God, it's not pretty in 1 and 2 until they get up on the banking here, right through the middle of the corner. But man, is it a pretty sight once you get this drone cam working. Look at these cars go by off in the backstretch. It's so pretty. This drone camera is amazing. It's one of the better things we've ever invested in here at the Ghostfire Media Network. And look right here as you go off into 3 and 4, you see the abrupt change in banking. Tommy Ryan, it's going to be key for him tonight to just stay out of trouble. Finish the race. That's all he needs.
And that's a big task.
But we're going to
Seems like it'd be easy, but it's not.
We will be focusing on our 3 bubble drivers tonight. Ryan Howard, the number 33, the number 32 of Richard Swaverly, and the number 1 of Ron Holyfield. We're going to show you all 3 of their paint schemes so you guys know who to look out for tonight, okay? Are you ready? Are you ready, Randy? Pay attention.
Show them to me.
The number 1 of Ron Holyfield, the Caterpillar Chevy Silverado. Keep an eye on this machine. The number 33 of Ryan Howard, the VA811 black and white. Number 33 Chevy Silverado. And the number 32, the world's number 1 lure, Mops. Blue, red, and chrome Chevy Silverado of the number 32. We're going to keep an eye on all 3 of those drivers as the evening goes along and make sure we keep you updated on where they are as the evening continues. Tommy Ryan, our defending series champion, who's looking to get that momentum into the playoffs, gets the pole, is a provisional pole here right now. Look back at Ryan Howard as he comes through the front stretch. He finishes his 2nd lap. He provisionally sits 5th. Derek Myers in the beautiful chrome yellow and black Transervice trucks number 23 currently sits 10th.
Looking good so far.
I'm excited. How about you?
Yeah, I am. I'm excited to see how this all unfolds. Actually, because, yes, it's the last race of the season, the regular season, until we go to the playoffs. And just looking to see if, what will happen if Ron Holyfield, do you think if Ron Holyfield actually, makes it, you think he's going to try to join us in the booth by, and just drop in like he kind of does? I know you love it when he does that. Uninvited.
It's a possibility.
I would say there's probably a pretty good possibility.
John Fowler in the beautiful number 48 Chevy Silverado. You see him. He is currently sitting P11 provisionally. Tyler Dalton provisional poll now. Just under 30 seconds remaining here in qualifying at the Daytona International Speedway. Randy Pepper, the world center of racing. It's a beautiful racetrack. Really is.
It is. The garages are a lot of fun.
Daniel
It's just a lot
Falkenham
of
is
fun.
taking a trip down memory lane. He's on the road course.
What the heck is he doing out there? He's getting disqualified is what's going to happen.
Oh, my God.
What is he doing? He didn't even qualify.
No, he's having fun. All right, and the warm-up begins, folks. The 58-second warm-up, so we get to have a chat. Randy, coming into tonight, who's your favorite of the 3 playoff bubble drivers to get the best finish and get themselves in the playoffs?
Oh, gosh. I got to go with a 32.
The 32, you're going with Richard Swavely.
Yeah, I think Swavely's got something. I just do. I don't know why. I just have a. The 33 probably out of the 3 is probably the favorite.
Well, he has the advantage coming into tonight. He's
Yes,
got a 2-point lead over Ron Holyfield. And then they got another 11 points back to Ryan Howard. So he has to finish 13 spots behind Ryan Howard, but he has to finish only 3 spots behind Ron Holyfield to miss the playoffs. So the thing that Richard has to pay attention to tonight is those halfway points are going to be key for him.
Yeah.
Those are going to be extremely key. So I'm
Which
expecting.
you will keep us up to date with all these points as you always do.
I will keep us
you're
very
like the
up
master of points.
Very up to date on exactly what's happening throughout the evening with these 3 drivers based on where they are at the halfway point. Right now, if the regular season was to end now, Ron Holyfield's in the playoffs.
Right.
Ryan Howard's in the playoffs.
And I will
Rich
say this.
Swaverly is out. But that is literally on lap 1.
Yeah, this lap 1. And I will say this. That out of these 3 drivers, in the pass and restrictor plates, I believe Holyfield is probably the better of the bunch. At least most consistent in it. But it does seem that he seems to find trouble.
Well, would you like to hear the average finish for the 3 of them at the,
yes,
at the
I would.
super speedways this year?
Yeah, I would.
Give me a minute and I will tell you.
I'm just kind of going off my memory. Drivers are down on pit road right now, and they are having a slight little bit of driver's meeting as Joey Catana is going over rules with these guys and trying to keep them calm right now, letting them know that don't overdrive and drive over your head, and everything should work out fine for him. Tommy Ryan on the pole tonight. Actually, Tyler Dalton on the pole. Tommy Ryan is on his outside. I don't know why I said that. I said backwards. Trey Edson is starting 3rd tonight. Robert Fuller starting 4th. E.J. O'Rourke was going to start 5th. Joey Cadan is going to start 6th. 7th is Tommy Ryan. 8th is Ron Howard. 9th is Wortman. 10th is Stoney Bettenfield. 11th is Macklin. 12th will be Fowler. And then we're going to have Holyfield back there behind them.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, you got the whole thing. Go
Derek
for it.
Myers. And 14th, Ron Holyfield. 15th, Kevin Stone. 16th, Doug Roth. 17th, it's going to be John Eckhart the 4th. 18th, going to be Richard Swavely, who, based on statistics, is going to be our second favorite driver to make the playoffs. Ron Holyfield, based on road super speedways, is going to be our guy to watch here tonight. Back in 19th, going to be Dwight Beverly. 20th, Doug Sigmund. 21st, Daniel Falkenham. 22nd, Pedro Mojica. 23rd, Adam Gilliland. 24th, Chad Coleman. 25th, going to be our boy Richard Beasley. 26th, Bentley Glazier. 27th, Scott Simley. 28th, Mike Kelly. 29th, Josh Parker. 30th, Charles Woods. 31st, Hamish Gallagher. 32nd, John Hickman. And away we go here at the Daytona International Speedway. The World Center of Racing, 80 laps for 3 drivers. Everything they've worked for this year is all on the line. For 17 of them, Randy Pepper, they're out here to have fun.
Yep, it's all about the party tonight. And right now, Tommy Ryan trying to lead the way, but here comes a fast truck, the 51 of Fuller, just blasts out there and runs on the outside of him. And he's got a truck full of E.J. O'Rourke, and he's bringing the 3 of Tommy or Ryan, not Tommy Ryan, but the other Ryan, with him as well. Actually, Tommy Ryan is now in there. And he's got Dalton right behind him, just tucked in right there behind him. So we got a 4-truck conga line at the front. How long will that last? Probably not very long here at Daytona, because they always will bunch up before long. I need to sit back up.
You see Ryan Howard currently sits in 8th position back here on that outside lane behind Brian Macklin, who surprisingly, Brian Macklin is out of the playoffs. Not making the playoffs. Brian Macklin all the way back in 23rd will not make the playoffs this year. Shocking development.
It is.
The 3,
I agree.
We'll watch Jeff Ryan blink a little bit. The 33 on the outside lane. Ryan Howard just needs to stay where he is right now, make his moves count, just kind of chill out, relax. You see the 1 truck all the way at the top of your screen. He's back in 16th. 2 spots ahead of him. Richard Slaverly in 14th, but the battle for the lead is Justin Fuller. Takes the lead here at the Daytona International Raceway. He started 4th. He's to the lead 3 laps in. The 51 is now your leader.
Yeah, Justin's always tough. Last week, we could tell that he was a little disappointed with the race. And this week, I think he's looking to redeem himself. But as
O'Rourke now.
Yeah, E.J. O'Rourke's just tiptoeing out front just by about a half a truck length.
Hey, Randy,
They're
look
side
at that top
by
20.
side. What was that, go?
Look at that top 20. 2 Fords, 2 Toyotas, 16 Chevrolets.
Oh, my God, look at that. Chevy.
The 19, Tyler is all the way by himself to the outside lane. And look at that, Randy. The VA811 organization, or sorry, the 811 organization between NC811 and VA811, all on the bottom of the track, all lined up nose to tail. Ryan Howard has his teammates, Jeff Ryan and Tommy Ryan, right in front of him, and he needs that right about now. Brian, DJ O'Rourke, way up the track. Way up the track goes EJ O'Rourke. He's falling like a rock. He's 10 miles an hour off the pace. He might have said he wants to get out of it.
Yeah, just got out of there. It's that was very, very weird the way he did that. I didn't expect it the way he dropped back. But maybe he has a teammate back there that needs a little help, and he thinks he can pull him to the front.
Bad news for the Ron Holyfield fans. Take a look at this back here. All the way back in 23rd right now. Leading that second pack.
5 laps in, and he's got a lot of time to do something. He's back there. He's got some great company. He's got, Simley back there, Mike Kelly, Pedro Mojica. So I wouldn't be too worried about that because he's got some great company to help him get up front.
He's being shot past like a rocket.
Yeah, look at that.
Those 3 trucks on the outside are absolutely dominant when they get together.
Which we've seen that in the past. Yeah, we've seen that. Those guys do work very well together, for sure.
Trey Eidson, number 7, to the lead with Adam Gillen in the 56 to P2. Adam Gillen showed up for all the super speedway races. It was very, very difficult at Daytona in the spring, Talladega in the summer, and now here at the end of the summer, well, the middle of the summer, now the 56, Adam Gillen comes to the outside of Trey Eidson. He's trying to take the lead, trying to put a Toyota at the front of this field.
And look who's back in the party. It's E.J. O'Rourke back there sitting back in 6th.
Yeah, E.J. didn't take too long to get himself back up there, get himself involved. He said, hey, here I come.
Yeah, he's out there. And Doug Roth is now making some moves as he's moved up there in the 5th position, that 43 STP truck. Good to see him back up towards the front of the pack, as he does run very well on these restrictor plates. 7 laps in out of 80 laps here at Daytona International Speedway. It's going to be a good night of racing here in the Sim500 Transervice truck race with Trey Eidson leading by just about a half a truck length over Gillian on the outside. And then we got Macklin, Roth, Fuller, Dalton, and E.J. O'Rourke make up your top 7 here at Daytona.
You see the 33 Ryan Howard doing everything he can to make those spots up. Currently, as it sits, Ryan Howard is 6 points to the good.
And he wants to try to keep it that way for the next, quite a few laps. I'm not going to figure it out.
Ryan Howard is 1 point to the good.
1. Wow.
Where he sits currently, he is 1 point to the good.
So Mr. Holyfield needs to pick up the pace. Daniel Falkingham, we've been watching him. He is currently the one that got locked in the quickest of all the drivers here in the Sim500 Transervice Truck League. He is sitting 16th. So we imagine we're going to see him. Yeah, he's relaxing. He's back to Louis Beasley.
Sitting there with the tide ride on his back bumper. You can see the number 1. You can see the number 1 back there just sitting comfortably in 23rd. He's just chilling out, relaxing, trying to go a few of these laps down without having to worry about too much going on. But we got to be careful. You got to be careful if you are him. And the caution is out in front of him.
Uh-oh, trouble.
The caution is out in front of him. We got a big incident here in turn 3. Look at this carnage.
Oh, Falkingham's in it.
Falkingham's in it. The 19's in it.
Dalton.
The 32er Richard Swavely is involved. Ron
man.
Holyfield in the 1 gets through. Ryan Howard in the 33, he gets through. Let's see what happened here.
It's up towards the front of the pack for sure.
It took forever for this caution to come out. Let's start up at the front here. What in the blue blazes happened?
I think it's in front of that.
My goodness. When did this caution come out?
It had to be before that. Had to be towards the front of the pack. I would probably look about E.J. O'Rourke and see where he was at.
Oh, it starts up at the front. Brian Macklin. Oh, it starts with Brian Macklin here. Oh, he gets into E.J. O'Rourke, gets into Doug Roth. Brian gets turned by Tyler Dalton. He gets into Tyler Dalton, then the 0-4. And then it's the massive one at the front of the pack. The track is blocked. Look at all these trucks that get involved. Let's go on board.
How did I know E.J. O'Rourke had something to do with that?
Let's go on board Ryan Howard. And this is how a season almost ends in front of your eyes. Look at this, right in front of him. Right in front of him.
Macklin just turned it.
He just drives through it. Let's go on board Ron Holyfield for that. See what he sees from the 1 truck. He just sees carnage. Look at the carnage in front of him. That's all he sees. That's insane.
He knows he's got to get down on the brakes.
Well, we're going to take a moment here, folks. Get you a little bit of an update here momentarily when we come back from our first commercial break of the evening here on the Sim500 Transervice Truck Series on the Ghostfire Media Network.
back at the Daytona International Speedway, where we are still under caution after 12 laps of in racing. We have Ron Howard out front right now, and that is bashing Nick's mind right now, as he's having to cipher the points. So Howard out front. He had to be 13 points ahead of Holyfield, but then he led a lap. And now that has changed the whole scenario of this race for that last lock-in position.
Takes
Pace
it from
truck is
11
going
to
to pull
10,
off.
and now it's just blowing my mind.
Pace truck is off. Here we go. Trucks are on the gas. Here we go. Howard taking the field across the line with Eckert on his outside. Stone right behind them, and Gillian right on the outside of them. So we're side by side all the way back 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 2 by 2 around the Daytona National Speedway. Although now they are single file for the front, but that didn't last long, as Howard is going to have some company on the outside, and he does. Here comes that outside line. Stone just out by just a hair. They'll be side by side down the straightaway, down into turn number 3. Here they go. And that gives Howard just a hair of a nudge to get out front, and he's got a truck full of that 56 of Gillian. Gillian just pushing him out there as they'll go back to the line to complete lap 14 here at Daytona National Speedway.
Randy Pepper,
Nicky.
it's you for a moment.
Okay, you were doing
doing
some
math.
Oh my God, he's doing math again, folks. Uh-oh, look out. All right, so it's all Howard right now, but he's got Gillian looking to the outside, going to try to sneak past him. They're side by side. Howard pulls the truck all the way to the bottom of the track, goes under the yellow line. Not sure what he was seeing, but he didn't like what he was seeing, so he's pulled back. And he's back roughly about the 8th place, 9th place, actually a little farther back than that. But right now
Howard is chilling right now, just thinking, hey, I led the lap, I got my bonus point. Now I know I only got to finish 10 spots ahead of Ron Holyfield. Sorry, 8 spots ahead of Ron Holyfield and 10 spots ahead of Richard Swavely. I can calm down a little bit, because the front of this pack is insane.
3 wide.
Look at Gill and Massey and Stone. These guys are insane right now. You'd think we're 65 laps into this 80-lap event.
It's like they learned their lesson from the last little wreck here.
You'd think they would, but they didn't.
No, they did not. 3 wide, trying to make it 4 wide down the back stretch at Daytona. Now they're back to 3 wide. Eidson getting stuck on the outside. Thought he was going to have some momentum, but he's going to fall back. Going to have to get back in line as Gillian leads just by a hair. But now here comes Massey. Massey in that blue and bright yellow and black truck. Going to try to take the lead away from Gillian. He will lead that lap. Lap 16, he did lead. So he gets a little momentum there for leading the lap. He's got Fowler right there behind him. We've got 2 by 2 for the top 6 positions right now. Actually, 8 positions. It looks like now 8 guys are running side by side. Here comes Fuller. Fuller trying to shove that truck in the middle of the pack here, trying to looking for something. Watching him just sliding inside, outside, looking for some momentum. And you see the 56 of Gillian pulls up to grab that 51, as the 51 is bringing Eidson with him as well. But that 62 of Massey looked like he was going to do something there. But those trucks at 56, 51, and the 7 have got some momentum working right now. And they've got, actually, it looks like somebody else is in that. The 17 of Stone is giving a little push, as well as the 55 of Eckert.
Well, Justin Fuller, your leader here. Adam Gill in second. Jamie Massey third. Trey Eidson fourth. The inside-outside lanes are battling pretty hard right now. You see the drivers, though, that are on the bubble are just chilling out right now. They know they have a long race ahead of them, Randy Pepper. They've got to survive. They can't let themselves get into anything early on. They can't let themselves get into trouble either here.
They don't want to do that, that's for sure. Look and see.
Right now, as the point stands, 17 laps in, Richard Swavely is in the playoff. He's doing everything he has to do right now. He doesn't have to finish ahead of Ryan Howard. He doesn't have to finish ahead of Ron Holyfield. He just has to keep Ron Holyfield at least 2 spots ahead of him, and then he will win on a tiebreaker.
Swavely
will win on a tiebreaker with Ron Holyfield if they tie on points. Ron Holyfield has more top 5s, more top 10s. Coming into this race here tonight, Richard Swaverly has 1 top 5, 4 top 10s. Ron Holyfield has no top 5s, no top 10s. Ryan Howard has 3 top 5s and 6 top 10s. So if him and Richard Swaverly or him and Ron Holyfield tie at the end of tonight, Ryan Howard will get himself into the playoffs.
Wow. So right now it's a very tough battle for those guys. Anything could happen. The swing of the pendulum could fall either way for any of those 3 drivers tonight.
And it's Daytona, Randy Pepper. Anything can and will happen at Daytona.
So you're playing Russian roulette out here whether you know it or not.
You're playing Russian roulette with a full gun.
Yes, absolutely.
It doesn't even have any empty spaces. It's a full revolver right now. I mean, that's why Ryan Howard, once he led that lap, he said, I'm getting out of here. Because he doesn't want to get turned from behind. He doesn't want to get pushed into a mistake, do something that he didn't mean to do, or get caught up in somebody's stuff. He needs to survive. He needs to get to the end of this race. Justin Fuller jumps from the outside to the inside, but he's going to take the advantage over that number 56 Toyota Tundra and the 51 Ford F-150 with the help of about 8 bow ties is going to the lead.
Yeah, we have the big old battle going there. Adam Gillian leading the charge with Fuller right there next to him. Jamie Massey, Trey Eidson, John Fowler, Doug Roth, Joey Catana, Keystone, John Eckert, Brian Workman, Ryan Howard, and Chad Coleman are your top 12 right now. I went to 12 this time, not just 10. I gave you 12, so you know where your favorite driver is running right now. So there is some voice chat going on. I'm not sure what's going on. Justin Fuller just said something to the other drivers. I'm not sure what was that being said, but something was being transmitted over the radio.
Justin Fuller's jumping down out of the lead. He does not need to win this race. He does not need to even get in the top 10. Justin Fuller just needs to come here tonight, have some fun. We talked to him about it last week. Tonight is about letting loose, getting all that frustration out from the regular season and trying to win yourself a race. But he's going to jump back there in front of Ryan Howard. He's going to be comfortably in the 10th position. Ryan Howard's going to fall and stay to 11th position behind Justin Fuller. As the leaders come up on some lap traffic, they're going to have to work their way through this. Nobody's Brendan gone the field. Nobody is, what's his name?
What?
What was his name?
Who?
The guy who pulled up in front of everybody?
It wasn't Brendan Gaughan.
No, I know it wasn't Brendan Gaughan, but Brendan Gaughan has a history of wrecking people when he's a lap down.
Don't be picking on my boy now. Don't be picking on my boy.
What's the guy's name?
I
almost said Dick Trickle. It's not Dick Trickle. Imagine having a name like Dick Trickle. Good Lord. Anyway, Adam Gilliland.
God rest his soul.
Oh, my God. Adam Gilliland.
Talking about Russian roulette. With a full gun. So, anyways, Adam Gillian leads over Trey Eidson. Matthew Roth and Fowler, your top 5, as they make their way around Beasley. Beasley, who had a good truck early on and got caught up in that carnage at lap 10. And it's hard to see. You see these trucks that were so good in practice and running good on the track, and now they're just nothing. So, unfortunately. And it looks like Gillen's going to get shoved out as Eidson's going to pull down the inside of him, and they'll go around him.
Well, practice means nothing.
No, it does not mean anything at all. That's the way it works. But it was still, you still had a good truck. It's still one thing about it. The air is your friend out here?
It's your friend and your mortal enemy all at the same
Oh,
time.
trouble. Oh,
They
saved
kept it straight.
Gillian saved it. Wow.
What a save by the 56.
56.
My good Lord. That was a pucker moment for everybody in the back.
Moment for Gillian for sure. 2 fingers worth. Wow. So Gillian saved it. Is still stayed in the top 6. I can't speak. As we see the outside line, trying to line up to try to get around the Trey Eidson. As Doug Roth has not led tonight. Is he going to try to lead a lap tonight? He's working on that outside. They're side by side coming off of turn number 4. They go back the line. Is Roth going to try to steal a lap away from Eidson? Actually, that's down the back straightaway. Excuse me. I got my turns wrong. They all look alike, don't they?
I mean, they're all left-hand turns.
Yeah. Oh, left-hand turn. It's not like you're looking at the S-turns at Sears Point. Eidson's got a good-looking truck. I will say that. He's been able to go forward and backwards really easy. He'll lead that lap 26 down of 80 laps here at Daytona National Speedway. And you know, Nick, I'm thinking we're pretty much settled right now. Let's go to a commercial real quick.
1 second.
Pay some bills. Because they look like they're settling out here.
Want to give everybody an update before we go to commercial here and where we stand on the playoffs. Right now, as of lap 26, if the race is to end at this moment in time, Richard Swaver would make the playoffs with 424 points. Ron Holyfield would be in 20th position at the end of this evening with 410, and Ryan Howard with 416. It's only 27 laps in, so there's still a long way to go. Everything and anything's going to happen. It's all going to change. But right now, Richard Swaver is doing exactly what he needs to do to make the playoffs.
Oh. That would make me happy because he was my pick.
And we will be right back here. You're not going to miss a second of the action because we're going to go side by side here on the Ghostfire Media Network, presented to you by Transervice Trucks.
Transervice has been in the transportation and fleet maintenance industry for over 50 years. If you're a professional driver or technician looking for opportunities to be the best and work with the best, then we want you working at Transervice. Our current workforce includes over 1,000 drivers and technicians, managing over 24,000 pieces of equipment in over 120 regional and local facilities across North America and Puerto Rico, and we're getting larger all the time. Our corporate philosophy of trust, respect, and honesty has led to employees that have spent their entire career with Transervice. As with our employees, we have many customer relationships exceeding 20 years. You'll have the opportunity to learn and grow professionally in an environment that values and rewards excellence, with a variety of perks such as education support, recognition awards, career advancement opportunities, and more. A great work-life balance, a company built on values, recognition, and rewards for excellence. While our competitors offer jobs, Transervice offers you a career, not just a job. Contact us today.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love.
Back at the Daytona International Speedway, the World Center of Racing, the Transervice Sim500 Truck Series. We have a good race going on right now. Trey Eidson still leads as he was leading at the beginning of the break. Massey now runs second. Gillian is third. Katina having a good run in that number 14, running fourth, and Roth rounds out your top five.
There's the battle right there. The 33 and the 1. They're on top of each other. Ryan Howard's making moves. He's got 8 laps. Now he's up to 8. He's got 8 laps. Count it now, 7 at the line to get halfway points. Ryan Howard by himself on the outside lane has got himself up to 7th. He needs to get down in front of the 17 and keep himself there. That'll be 4 very important bonus points. He needs to keep moving forward. You see the 33 is making the right decisions at the right time. Here he goes to the outside of the 48. Ryan Howard by himself on the outside lane. All the way up to 5th now.
Horsepower.
Ryan Howard is showing the Chevrolet Silverado's got it in him. And now Joey Gattina jumps up in front of him. That could pull him even further forward if more drivers jump out.
And you see that, and you can understand what Joey Katina is doing. He's helping him.
The 33 and the 14 are coming for the lead with 6 to go to halfway. Two
and you
trucks.
Look at it.
Look at that. 2 trucks.
2 trucks, and you see, if you look at what's happening here, Joey Quintana with the Sim500 on the truck. You got the Virginia 811, and then right behind them, they have their Transervice truck right behind them.
My good Lord, the 33 of Ryan Howard powered his way up there to 5th by himself, and now he has help in front of him, help coming from behind. Ryan Howard could push Joey Gattina to the halfway point, halfway max points, and then Ryan himself could get 9 bonus points. My God.
Taking your breath away there.
If that happens, this battle that was 12 points to start the night, 13 points, is already down to 12 from the leading of the lap earlier from Ryan Howard. If he finishes in second in this at the halfway point, this battle then becomes a 2-point battle, 3-point battle to the end of the race. And then if Ryan Howard wins at the halfway and gets that 10 bonus points for leading on lap 40, this now becomes a 2-point battle for the rest of the race. This is going to get intense. Ryan Howard knows exactly what he needed at the start of this event. He knew exactly where he needed to finish at halfway. He knew he needed to lead a lap. He knows where he needs to finish at halfway. He did all of this in his head before the race, and I betcha he did all of this thinking that Holyfield and Swavely were going to be able to lead laps and contend and battle with them, and he knew he was going to have to get almost max points if these guys were going to have a good evening to get himself to the playoffs.
Yeah, and he's doing everything he can to make sure he ensures himself into the playoffs.
He's also in a very dangerous spot right now.
Absolutely, I was going to say that too.
He's probably in the most dangerous spot on the racetrack. Before he was sitting in 11th. He was single file in 11th, nobody else around him, just sitting there about halfway between both packs, keeping himself there. And now he's up front, 3 to halfway, battling guys who have absolutely nothing to lose when he's got everything on the line.
Yes.
Absolutely. This is when, as a driver, pucker isn't even the word for it.
No.
That thing is as tight as an oyster.
Yeah.
He is clenched right now. This is intense.
It's Joey Coutinho, man. He's getting a good run on the outside. as he's just ahead for the lead right there, but that Hendrick Chevrolet down the bottom is going to pull back out in front, and they're looking 3 wide.
They're looking 3 wide. This is where it gets dangerous. Ryan Howard stuck in the sucker hole in the middle. Look who's in 6th. It's Ron Holyfield. Ron Holyfield knows he needs to get points. Ron Holyfield knows that he sees this 33. He sees his championship rival, the one who could keep him from getting into the playoffs, sitting 2 spots ahead of him on the racetrack. He knows he needs to get maximum points here tonight.
And I'm sure both drivers know
they're
where
3
they're
wide
at.
in the middle. Ryan Howard in the middle. He's going to drop down to the inside lane, and he's going to stay with the 7 and the 3rd and the 62.
That's probably the smartest thing he could do.
Woo, mama, this is intense. Ryan Howard's going to jump back to the outside on the exit of 4.
Fuller.
There he goes with Justin Fuller. Here comes Ryan Howard. 1 lap to halfway. Ryan Howard on the outside at Trey Einson. And the 33 is to the lead. If he comes back around next time and he leads the next, I'm going to be on the air of caution and say lap 41 is when they give points out. The end of lap 40. Not when you start lap 40, the end of lap 40. Because that would make sense. But right now, he's got 2.5, 3.25 miles now until halfway bonus points are given out. He's got he's got Justin Fuller on his back bumper, Joey Gattina, Doug Roth out there on the outside with him, Ron Holyfield powering his way on the inside lane all the way up to 6th position, but coming to the line to start lap number 40, Ryan Howard is your leader as we start lap 40.
So will he be that way when they come to 41? We will see
Doug
here.
Roth jumps to the outside. He's going to hurt the outside line's momentum there. Ryan Howard might get it. He might not get it because of that move. Doug Roth needs to jump back into that outside lane and push if he's going to get it. But Justin Fuller all over the back bumper of the 33. This is where championship moments happen, Randy Pepper. This is where you get yourself in or you don't. And they're 3 wide into 3.
Oh, boy, this is intense here. That's right there. You can see Eidson has got a good little length.
Ryan Howard, here he comes on the outside through the tri-oval. Justin Fuller jumps to the outside. Ryan Howard will get 2nd place points at halfway.
I'm not so sure he can get 3rd.
We will err on the side of caution, and we will say, I believe Randy Pepper may be correct. Randy, what does the official telemetry say? Did he get 3rd place points at the end of that lap? He got 3rd place points at the end of lap 40. Where was Ron Holyfield, Randy?
Holyfield, I believe, was back about 10th or 11th.
What does the official telemetry say?
11th.
Okay, so he did not get bonus points. So Ryan Howard, without doing anything other than making sure he was where he needed to be, just got 8 bonus points.
That hurt a lot for Holyfield. That was some very intense racing, and you could tell these guys were definitely giving everything they had to get those bonus points for sure. I mean, they knew what was on the line.
This
There's
is
no doubt about it.
A 4-point battle. And we've got 38 laps to go. And they are 4 points separated from each other. Currently, as it sits, Ryan Howard skates his way into the playoffs by, hold on, about 12 points.
Wow.
Ryan Howard, from the start of this race, has been the driver who's taken advantage of every single opportunity given to him within inside the rules of the Sim500 Transervice Truck Series. At the start of the event tonight, he was 13 points behind Richard Swaveman. After 23 laps, he was 12 points behind. At halfway, he is now 4 points behind. He has done everything right so far this evening to put himself in a position to make it to the end of this race and be in the playoffs. And it's not like he's, sitting in 14th, driving around, knowing that he's fine.
No, he's working.
To push it. He has worked for it.
Yeah, he has. He's done some incredible driving tonight. And hopefully it pays off for him because, we have still quite a bit of racing left to go out here at Daytona. Right now, it looks like the field finally has settled down quite a bit as we have a little conga line working right now. And we have pit stops. We see cars or trucks pulling off right now. And just as we were saying that, the leaders have pulled off. At least some of them. Howard actually led that lap, so, not that it's going to make any difference because he's already got the points, so. But we'll wait to see if he pits next time around. I think he had at least 1 or 2 laps further than these guys that just pitted, because he stayed out to lead that last lap during the caution. So he might just have just a bit more fuel in the tank. We'll see. Here comes everybody else. Yep.
Here
They're
they
all
come.
coming down.
Now this is a key point as well. Don't speed.
Oh, he's making sure he got down.
Oh, yeah, he let himself lose a position on the entry. He didn't care.
Absolutely.
He knew it was important to not speed. Now he's got Ron Holyfield pitting with him. He's got Richard Swavely pitting with him. Now this is the opportunity for those 3 guys. For the other 2, Ron Holyfield and Richard Swavely, who have been nowhere near Ryan Howard tonight, to really get themselves back up near him. And they need to have good pit stops. Let's see where the 1 is. The 1 is is leaving his box now. The 32
right behind
is
him.
going to be on the back bumper of the 1. They are 4, maybe 5 cars between them. They are also 7 seconds between them. But we'll keep an eye on that.
Waverly got around Holyfield.
Swavely did get around Holyfield on the exit. Richard Swavely, maybe now with 34 to go, knowing he can make it to the end of this race, is turning it on. He's going to have to turn it up some.
Yeah, he's going to have to turn it up quite a bit. But
all right, let's see where Ryan
still,
Howard...
he's making something happen.
Let's see where Ryan Howard shuffles out. Right now, sitting in 14th. A fair, decent spots ahead. 7 and 8 spots ahead of his 2 championship rivals to get into the playoffs. That puts him currently, when he's 7 positions ahead of Richard Swavely, puts him 3 points to the good on Swavely, and when he's 8 positions ahead of Ron Holyfield, puts him 6 points to the good on Holyfield. So he's in the playoffs right now by 3 points, and he cycled out to be second. Heck of a pit stop by Ryan Howard.
Not
you
bad.
What mitigates Ryan Howard's need to
What's that?
make sure he finishes ahead of these guys? Win the race. He wins this race no matter where they finish now. He wins this race. Unless they finish second and third, they cannot beat him. He has what is almost equivalent of max points tonight on the board for an opportunity, which is 58. Max points is 58. You get 1 point for leading a lap. You get 3 points for being the race winner. You get another 10 for being at first and halfway. He was third. So right now, he already has 9 bonus points. If he wins, that's 12 bonus points, and that puts him by himself without anything else being the leader going in, and he'd be 13 points ahead of Richard Swavely, even if Swavely finished second. So if Ryan Howard can win tonight, he locks himself into the playoffs no matter what. Unless Swavely comes up and leads a lap, and then they're even, and Howard still beats him out on the tiebreaker.
He was sitting duck there as the rest of the pack had hooked up together, and he was out by himself, and you saw how quick he has fallen from first to fourth, just like that.
You know what time I think it is, Randy Pepper?
Hammer time?
I think it's time
Oh, I know what time it is.
to crank it up.
Yeah, I think so too. Digger was in a little trouble there. Almost.
They almost got him there. Woo! I miss Digger. I wish he was still around. Oh, he got a truck in the grass! He's going to come back up on the track, hurt the inside lane's momentum. It's Pedro Mojica. Watch out, Digger! Oh, my God.
Pedro Mojica becoming the lead groundskeeper here at the Daytona International Speedway.
He attempted to, at least.
At least attempted to, yes.
He did not get the job, but he tried.
No, he tried. And Fuller pulling out of the lead spot there, trying to get relaxed, I guess, but that's probably the furthest thing from the truth. Oh, gosh. Nearly came down and almost got Howard. You see that?
It did. That would have been catastrophic had the teammates taken each other out. The front of the field is a different face. Steve Herring and John Fowler. And there is Derek Myers in third.
Where did he come from?
The 48 and the 98 are both in the lead lap. The 62 is a lap down. Jamie Massey sits in third on the track, but he's actually 22nd. One lap behind these guys. Ryan Howard leads the second pack's outside lane. Derek Myers leads the second pack's inside lane. And it's a 3-truck breakaway here in the 3 and 4.
Where are these guys getting this power? Because they are actually pulling away from the rest of the field.
3 trucks in a line are always going to be faster and more efficient than 15 trucks side by side.
True.
But now that that inside lane is starting to break away from that outside lane, look at how quickly they get them back to them because there's 6 or 7 trucks lined up on that inside lane.
Yeah.
This is the type of stuff. This is the type of stuff that you learn over time watching super speedway racing.
Quite a few trucks back behind them that are stacked up 2 by 2. And Soupy back there. Soupy. So Herring, for the first time this season, I don't recall a Herring leading any laps. Do you?
No, I do not recall Herring leading any laps, but I will tell you what I do recall. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, hey, Howard, look at the move Howard just pulled.
Ryan Howard to the lead, the 33, and now he ducks below the yellow line. Ryan Howard's a smart guy. He knows he's done more than enough tonight so far.
It looks like Howard just may be feeling out the track and his truck, just making sure that he still has a truck that is capable of getting up towards the front of the pack when he needs to. So if he actually sees, the one truck up Holyfield or Swavely back there in that 32, if they start getting closer to him, he knows it's go time. Right now, he's all by himself and doesn't have to worry about anything. Other than
Joey
wrecking around him.
to the lead. Joey Katina, a man who's locked into the playoffs, not based on wins, but based on consistency. And I'll tell you right now, if Joey Katina had anything he could do tonight, it would be getting that first win of the year. Getting that win to get himself that momentum to go into these final 10 races and be like, hey, I'm still here.
What about me?
Don't forget about me. The 14 has an opportunity. You don't have to win races in the regular season to get into the playoffs. You don't have to win a race to win a championship. It just makes it easier. You can point yourself into a championship with this specific point system. You just got to be consistent. And if Joey can do that and he can get this win here tonight, going to the playoffs, he ain't got to win 4 or 5 races. He just got to be consistent. You get that momentum tonight, that's going to carry on into the playoffs. And when the playoffs start, man, oh man, Randy Pepper, the intensity, the pressure, everything ratchets up to a whole nother level.
Yeah, especially with those races that are a little unfamiliar and a little iffy. Those are the ones that these guys are going to have to watch out for.
So we've got 4 VA 811 cars in the race tonight. They are all on the outside lane. They are all in the top 7. Talk about sponsorship plugging. It's on TV all the time right now. What's in first? VA 811. What's in second? VA 811. What's in fifth? VA 811. What's in seventh, Randy Pepper?
VA 811.
I mean, talk about cheap plugs.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, we would love to thank everybody who's been involved with sponsoring this series through the regular season. Not just the series, but the drivers in it. Between Sim500 sponsoring Joey Katina, VA 811 sponsoring 4 drivers, sometimes 5. Transervice sponsoring a couple of these drivers. And the unpaid sponsorships that they don't complain about you running their logos. Tide, Interstate Battery. The people who sponsor Daniel Falkenham, January 31st. All of these sponsors, every single one of them, we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for helping these guys come out here every Wednesday. Why does that say Sonoma? I changed that to Daytona. Every single Wednesday. And helping us give to you the best possible experience.
That is what we're supposed to do, and that's what we try to do every single week. So if we're not doing something, please let us know. Send us a card, mail it, put in the mail, and send it to us. We should get it in probably 6 to 8 weeks, and then we'll let you know our response.
Yeah, send me an email at Nick Adams is never mind, I can't say that on live television. Tommy Ryan is in second. Jeff Ryan is your leader. Tommy Ryan, your defending series champion. Dwight Beverly sits in third, the number 01. We haven't talked about him much this year, but he's right there.
Right there. Absolutely. We've got, we've had this race. We've actually had some drivers that we haven't seen at the front of the pack in a while. Ryan is one of those. We see Tommy out front, but not the other Ryan. So, and Tommy Ryan is right there behind him. So Ryan and Ryan.
Tommy Ryan has squeaked himself into the playoffs this year by being consistent and finally starting to show why he was able to win a championship last year. It's not because he's the most talented guy on the racetrack, but it's because he knows his faults and he knows his strengths. And his strength is consistency. And right now, the last 5-6 weeks, he's been one of, if not the most, besides Pedro Mojica, consistent guys in the field.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he, just like Pedro Mojica, just like Ryan Howell, are peaking at the right time. They didn't peak in the first 10 weeks. They waited 12, 13 weeks to begin that uprise, and they're peaking tonight. Tonight is where that peak is here and really starting to move forward, and you want that peak to be now, because realistically, if you peak now, you're going to have that consistency and that momentum going into the playoffs, and that's how you win championships.
Oh, Myers in that 23 had a great run working there, and now he's falling like a lead brick.
Yeah, he actually slots in front of Ryan Howard on the outside lane. Jeff Ryan comes up. He's the Pied Piper at the front of the pack. He blocks his brother, I think maybe brother, son, cousin, whatever. Tommy Ryan.
Relative.
Somehow.
Actually, they're a law team, right? Ryan for the people. Oh, boy. Call us. Did you just get hit by a bus? Call us. We can help you. Call my office. Ryan, forward the peoples. Oh, boy. But that 48 Fowler's looking good on that inside. That nice looking red and white 48. Running the Jimmy Johnson numbers. 'Cause it doesn't matter who runs that 48, it's always going to be Jimmy Johnson. Isn't that right, Nick? Am I correct?
Sorry, say that again?
I said 48 is always going to be Jimmy Johnson. Doesn't matter who runs a 48, it's always Jimmy Johnson.
100%. 100%. I say Jimmy Johnson every time I see a 48. It's just what happens. Same thing I do with the 24. I say Jeff 48. But Jeff Ryan on the outside. Oh, they're getting squirrely. They're getting squirrely.
Because we're 19 laps to go.
Ryan Howard, my friend, you are more than enough points ahead of people at this point. Back out of it. Get out of this pack. Save yourself. If he had a crew chief on top of that box right now, you know what his crew chief would be saying? Get the bleep out of there. Get the bleep out of there.
Save yourself from this bloody revolution. You know who sang that song?
No.
Einstein's Attic. From their Sound and Fury album. Look it up on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, all of them. It's all there. Great album.
Great album?
Great album. It's a good album. If you like grunge and alternative music, it's a good album. Heavy grunge. Fowler by Justin Ozer side by side with Ryan on his outside. They're 2x2 for the top 8 trucks right now. Making their way down the super stretch here at Daytona National Speedway. One truck jumps in the middle there.
Driving fast, coming towards the backstretch.
I was learning a song earlier, and it goes, out driving in my car. I listened to the radio.
Jeff Ryan to the lead. We're going to take one final commercial break. We're going to be side by side here in the Ghost Fire Media Network. You're not going to miss a second of the action. And then we're going to be commercial free to the line to end this race. We'll be right back here on Ghost Fire Media.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love.
Transervice has been a leader in the transportation and fleet maintenance industry for over 50 years. If you're a professional driver or technician looking for opportunities to be the best and work with the best, then we want you working at Transervice. Our current workforce includes over 1,000 drivers and technicians, managing over 24,000 pieces of equipment in over 120 regional and local facilities across North America and Puerto Rico, and we're getting larger all the time. Our corporate philosophy of trust, respect, and honesty has led to employees that have spent their entire career with Transervice. As with our employees, we have many customer relationships exceeding 20 years. You'll have the opportunity to learn and grow professionally in an environment that values and rewards excellence, with a variety of perks such as education support, recognition awards, career advancement opportunities, and more. A great work-life balance, a company built on values, recognition, and rewards for excellence. While our competitors offer jobs, Transervice offers you a career, not just a job. Contact us today.
Joey Katina is your leader right now over Fowler, Ryan, Higman, Ryan, Fuller, Beverly, and Howard, who's the one we've been watching all night, is running 8th right now. Does Howard back out of it and try to get some breathing room? Because right now, he is in a very good position right now. How many points has he got now right now?
I
Mr.
think currently, right now, he is 10 points ahead of either of these drivers behind him. Right now, Ryan Howard is in a position to get himself in the playoffs. I think, though, Ryan Howard has a goal. Whether it gets him in the playoffs or not, it's yet to be seen. But I believe his goal, seeing that Ron Holyfield's 19th, Richard Slaverly is 21st, his goal is to come out here tonight and not just point his way into the playoffs. Ryan Howard came here with it in mind to win this race.
Came in here to send a statement.
That might cost him a championship opportunity. But Ryan Howard tonight is proving if he can get into the playoffs, he's got a shot at this title.
And we're seeing right now, as you see, lots of other trucks now starting to make their positions, or their self be known.
All right, it's 10 to go. It's the time of the night that these guys right here, with 10 to go, are going to show everybody exactly what their intentions are. Everybody in this field except for 3 guys has nothing to lose.
Yep.
They all came here with one intention. 38 guys started this race, 35 of them with the intention to win. You're locked into the playoffs. You don't have to be safe. You don't have to care about crashing. You're eliminated from the playoffs. You want to take this race, and you want to win this race because you want to say, screw you to the guys who got you locked out of the championship.
Yeah, and Joey nearly got knocked off there.
Joey did nearly get knocked out, and that would have been by Jeff Ryan Howard's teammate, and that would have been absolutely atrocious because Ryan Howard would have had nowhere to go. We're going to go on board the 33 here. Give us one moment. We're going to go on board the 33. Look at the hornet's nest he's in. He's got nowhere to go if something happens in front of him.
And the odds are not with him.
No, the odds are not in his favor.
No, they are not
There's
with him at all.
87.5% chance in these next 8 laps there's going to be a big crash. And that big crash is going to start within the top 5.
Mr. Howard's not going to have anywhere to go.
No,
and all we can say is he's giving it everything he's got.
Ryan could have the best reaction time in the world. He's going to hit those brakes to not run over the guy in front of him. He's going to get plowed. If something happens in front of him, he will get plowed. The 60 and the 99.
Oh,
there it is.
There it is.
The 33. The 33's involved in it. Ryan
No, he's
Howard.
not. No, he's not. He's through it.
There's minor damage on the front of the 33. Big damage on a lot of these trucks. Minor damage to the 33. Did the one of Ron Holyfield get through it unscathed? He did. Did the 32 Rich Swaverly get through it unscathed? He did. Ryan Howard, serious damage to the front of his machine. That's going to affect him. That is a lot of damage.
We just talked about it.
Look at that on the front end.
Yeah.
That has to survive 7 laps. That may overheat in 7 laps.
He cannot afford to pit.
He cannot. He cannot. We're going to take a look and see exactly what happened. We know exactly where it started. It started with his teammate, Tommy Ryan.
I don't think it was Tommy's problem. I don't think Tommy did.
It wasn't Tommy's fault. Tommy was just the unfortunate soul that got by the 60. And Tommy with a big hit to the outside wall. All the damage to Ryan Howard came off the back of his teammate, Dwight Beverly.
Can we go inside the 33 and look and see exactly what he saw?
Oh, we could definitely go inside the 33. Let's go on board here. The gyro cam. All the damage he has is going to come right from the 0-1. He has no time to react. Listen, on the throttle, on the brakes, boom.
Just barely. Just enough to make a problem.
The damage might not be as serious as I at first thought. But, folks, if you get queasy, just be prepared because we're going on board the 99. This is going to hurt. That hurts, and then that hurts, and then that hurts. That
Get
whole
ready
thing.
to ride the Himalaya.
It just hurts. Everybody's in pit lane. The 33 is as well. We'll keep an eye on him. 33 still stationary in pit lane. Oh my goodness.
I've referenced the Himalaya there, and I just realized that fair season is getting ready to
6 laps
strike
to go,
upon
and
many
the 33
places.
is still sitting on pit lane. He is falling like a rock. He's back to 20th now. 21st. Oh, boy. We'll keep an eye on that. Where's the pace truck? The pace truck is entering 3. Has Ryan Howard exited his pits yet? He has not.
right now, and it looks like Holyfield is in 10th.
Has the 33 dropped the jack yet? He has not. The pace truck exits 4. He's waiting till the last second if he can. It might be required repairs. The 33 has dropped the jack. 1:29 seconds. He's going to get out in front. He's going to get out in front of the pace truck. And he's going to have it all to do again with 5 to go. Man, oh man, Randy Pepper. I'm going to do some mathematicianing over here, okay? Give me a moment. Give me a moment, everybody. Randy, you're in charge.
All right. 5 laps remaining here at Daytona National Speedway. Right now, Joey Katina is your leader. Higman is second. Fuller is third. Myers fourth. And fifth is Stone. As the field will line up, get 2 by 2 as the pace truck lights are off on top of the pace truck. and everyone will get lined up and ready to go back to green flag racing. For the last 5 laps of this race, who will make it into the playoff? Will it be Ron Holyfield? Will it be Richard Swavely? Will it be Ron Howard? That is basically the race that we're really looking at. These other guys, yeah, they're going to win a race. Somebody's going to win this race. But really, we're looking at who is going to make it into the playoffs. That is the big race for us. All the points really count towards that. We know Joey Katina is already in the playoffs. So if he wins this race, it just kind of puts a rubber stamp mark on the season. Gets a little
right now, where the race is now, if it was to finish, Ron Holyfield is 4 points to the good to make it into the playoffs.
Wow. All right, Pace Truck has pulled off the field, is stacked up 2 by 2. Here we go to the line for the last
17 spun his
laps.
tires. Kevin Stone spun his tires. That's going to hurt the inside lane.
They're stacking him back up. He's got a good run. He's sucking up on the back of that 51 of Fuller. They are side drafting and everything right now.
Ryan Howard has no speed.
Nope.
That is such a shame. It's down to Ron Holyfield. Richard Swavely. Joey Katina jumps to the inside.
Holyfield is on the move.
Oh, the 23's on. They're going to wreck again. Here we go in turn 4 again. A big one on the exit. The 1 got through. Did the 32. Swavely gets through unscathed. The 1 of Holyfield gets through unscathed. And we're going to try this again. My God. Daytona. Cautions breed cautions.
Give me a heart attack here.
This is going to come down to out of turn 4 between Holyfield and Swavely. I can feel it. If Ron Holyfield finishes 10th, Richard Swavely has to finish in 12th. Has to. And the reason I say that, has Richard Swavely led a lap?
No.
Has Ron Holyfield led a lap?
No.
Okay, so they're basic straight points because neither of them got halfway point.
Nope.
Richard Swavely wins a tiebreaker with Ron Holyfield.
If he's
So
2 behind him or 1?
He finishes in 12th and Holyfield finishes 10th.
Okay.
Swavely wins the tiebreaker based on top 5s. If that's how they're doing the tiebreaker, which is usually how the point system does tiebreakers.
Right now, Swavely sits roughly 7 positions behind him.
My good Lord. I'll tell you, Randy
Howard
Pepper
is in pits again. Howard's in the
Howard
pits.
is trying to fix that truck. He's not going to be able to, though. It's not going to do anything.
The truck has no speed, so they can't get under the hood to give him anything there. So, yeah.
It's so unfortunate. But them's be the breaks at super speedways. Them be the breaks when you're trying to go for broke.
Yeah, we got to give it to him. He tried. He made it exciting for as long as he did. So
he did everything he could. But Randy Pepper, we are almost all but guaranteed with who we have in the top 5, if that's where our winner comes from, to have a first-time winner this year.
Well, Fuller's sitting second.
Justin Fuller's second. Chad Coleman's in third.
Yeah.
But John Higman, Eckhart, Stone.
Yeah.
If one of those three can get that win, Ron Holyfield, if he can come through, Adam Gilliland.
Yeah.
Second, third, sixth, and seventh have wins. They're going to go for it. They got nothing to lose. Ron Holyfield's got to be a little bit cautious. You don't want to cause yourself to be out of this.
No, I mean, he's sitting pretty right now, so he's got to be careful because we have, get back to the line, it's going to be 2 to go. And
oh, it's going to be a green, white
checker. And we know that past experience, there may be another one.
Talladega proved it to us in the spring.
Yep.
There's a good chance there's a major incident at the end of this race. Coming to the white, just as we cross the white. As I've said probably 6 times now, anything can and anything will happen at Daytona.
Yep.
It's just how it works.
Yep. Shamalama my ding dong for sure.
Shama what a what?
Shamalama. Shamalama my ding dong. I said, Otis, my man. Have you never seen that movie?
No.
Animal House?
No.
My friend, go back and watch that movie. One of the greatest movies of all time. There's some great one-liners in that movie. And some great music as well. Pace truck has pulled off. Here we go. Side by side up front. Higman, Fuller for the top 2. They'll be back on the gas right now. Here they go. Down across the line. Fuller is going to lead by just a hair as he's got a push from the outside with Eckert. Eckert at 55. Giving Fuller a good push. Fuller's going to pull down and leave Eckert all by himself and pull down in front of the 60 truck of Higman. That inside line trying to get something to go. Here comes Trey Eidson. Trey Eidson working that outside, trying to make it 3 wide. They're going to go 3 wide down the back straightaway. Fuller's going to pull to the top of the track. He's going to leave the inside groove alone. And he knows he's got an outside challenge. He's in trouble again.
Ron Holyfield is on his lid. Ron Holyfield is in the wall and on his roof. Oh, my God. A night of heartbreak continues.
Waverly did get through that.
The one truck doing everything he can to just make it through gets
He gets just tapped by the 48.
over on his roof. Man, that is unfortunate. Let's see if we can see where this started. It started directly in front of him. You see Holyfield, the first truck to go around. He gets turned by the 48. He gets into Pedro Mojica, which turns him. Ron Holyfield goes flying through the air. Mojica in front of him. It looks like the 68's involved. The 14, the 00, the 3 gets by. Look at Holyfield in the catch fence. You see the 33 of Ryan Howard on the brakes hard. He's going to get through. The 10 of the Tide. Oh, no, Ryan Howard gets caught. Ryan Howard gets caught right at the end and into the outside wall. Maybe no. But the Tide Ride gets it as well. Man alive, a night of heartbreak continues. You see Ron Holyfield sitting on pit lane, knowing his evening, his chance at a championship, everything he fought for this season is now over.
It's all over, and Swavely looking pretty nice right now.
Richard Swavely just needs to get to the end of this race.
Yep. This has to finish. That's all he has to do. finish this race, and he will be in the playoffs.
He's got to just not get involved in the inevitable in the next incident that comes in the green-white checkers. Everybody's going for it, Randy. We were a quarter of a mile, well, half a mile, from the start of the final lap of the race. And that's where it went sideways.
And it's ironic that it actually happened in Holyfield. It looked like Holyfield might have went down a little low, caught the apron, slowed him up just a hair, and that allowed the 48 to get into the back of him. So just a costly mistake. At least that's what it looked like to me.
It happens to the best of them, but man alive, Randy.
Oh, that scared me. You're Ping trying to play some trouble with us, huh?
No, that was something else.
Okay. Oh, from your girlfriend?
I hate him.
He said I hate you. How many times that tonight? 3, 4?
Not enough.
Not enough, I know. That's what I do.
My goodness. I cannot believe what we have witnessed in the last 15 minutes. Everything that we had taken I kept an eye on throughout the evening, right up in smoke.
Yeah, it's the way you're coughing seems like everything is up in smoke.
There's a mosquito in the booth.
Oh, I thought it was you were doing a Cheech and Chong moment. Hey, man.
For legal reasons, I don't smoke marijuana.
Well, is it legal up there where you're at?
For legal reasons, I don't smoke marijuana.
Okay, so it's not legal up there.
It is.
You know? Okay.
But for legal reasons, I don't smoke marijuana.
Okay.
I haven't quit my job yet.
Yeah. If it's legal, it's legal. Drink beer at night. You can smoke pot if it's legal. Unless your employer says no pot. Either way. All right. We have a good race here for the last 3 laps. Fuller, Eidson are the only ones that actually have wins. The guys behind them, Higman, Gillian, they haven't won this season. So they could end up being a first-time winner tonight, which would be great to see. I know that's what Nick is hoping for, a first-time winner. Pace truck is off. Here we go. 3 more times around the Daytona National Speedway. Is it going to be Fuller? Is it going to be Eidson? Is it going to be Gillian or Higman? Here they go. They're on the gas and down towards turn number 1. We see trucks going inside, outside, back behind them, looking for positions, jockeying all around.
Oh, Chad Coleman, he bullies Kevin Stone up the racetrack. The inside lane absolutely dominating on this final restart. Down the backstretch, Gilliland all over the back bumper. Justin Fuller, here they come like a bunch of horses at a racetrack.
Will Gillian try to make that move on the last lap, or will he try now? Gillian's right on the back bumper of that 51, pushing him. As the inside line is a preferred line. Trey Eidson right there behind him with that number 60 truck of Higman. Not used to seeing that Higman truck up there, so not used to calling that truck.
Who's there in 7th? Richard Slavely. 2.5 miles to go here at the Daytona International Speedway. An incident will not end this race. It will end under green. They're 3 wide into the corner. They're wrecking behind them. The top 5 are going to have this in the bag. Who's it going to be? Can the 51 take this? Can the 43? Who is going to get this down the backstretch? Here comes Justin Fuller. He's got Adam Gilliland behind him all over his back bumper. The top 6 with a beautiful breakaway into turns 3 and 4. When's the move going to be made? Chad Coleman almost wrecks the 56. The 51 and 56 almost get together. That's going to give it to Justin Fuller on the exit of 4. Here they come. Swavely just got pounded across the start-finish line.
He still got fifth.
My good God, Justin Fuller ends the regular season with a huge win. Adam Gill in second, Chad Coleman third. But the big news, that man in the 32, he might be limping at home, but he's limping at home into the playoffs.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wowzer.
My goodness.
Did not expect that. Fuller almost got taken. Gillian, man, he almost took Fuller out, and that could have been a massive one right there. But luckily, Gillian saved that truck. I don't know how he did, but he did.
Justin Fuller pushing his friend across the start-finish line. Let's get our final transfer into the playoffs. Rich Swaverly up here into the booth if I can find him. Okay, disregard. Let's get our third place finisher, Chad Coleman. Chad, it's Nick and Randy in the booth. You got a copy, good sir.
Yeah, I got it.
Congratulations on a third place finish. You go into the playoffs now with that momentum. The official seeding will be announced later this evening or tomorrow morning by league admins, and we'll be sure to update everybody on that. But Chad, congratulations. How does it feel to end the season with this little bit of momentum you now have going?
It was good. We just sat around the whole race and just rode and kind of waited on stuff to kind of shake its way out. And then later in the race, I got hooked up with Adam, and we made up some spots, and myself and Pedro made up some spots. And right there at the end, it was Pedro got cleaned out on the back straightaway in a deal. And at the end, it was me and like a whole team full of aftermath trucks. So we were battling hard, but we'll take third. It was a good race. We had a lot of fun in the end.
So is that what we're calling those guys? Aftermath trucks?
Yep, that's what they are.
Well, it was a good run, man. It was exciting. Were you thinking there might be one more big one?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be us in 3 and 4 when Adam pulled up and kind of made like a little bit of a block, and the run I had pretty much I hit him and turned him back down the racetrack. I figured that was going to be the end of us right there, but he saved it and got hooked back up with Fuller, and I did all I could. Got to thank Duggar off for the push right there at the end. He's the only reason we had a chance.
That was a good run, man. Congratulations on a third place win tonight.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Did you just say third place win?
Yeah, it's a win for him. He survived.
Fair point. All right. I don't see Adam Gillen, so we're going to get our winner, Justin Fuller. Justin, it's Nick and Randy in the booth. Your third time this season talking to us after a race with a victory in your pocket. Congratulations. How does it feel?
Feels good. Definitely should be more than 3, though, but it's unfortunate that it's not. But, we'll take it as it is. And, anytime you win at Daytona is a good time.
Justin, man, last week you were pretty hard on yourself after last week's run. This week you win, and you almost sound like you're hard on yourself again. I don't get it, man. What makes you happy?
Oh, I'm happy. There's no doubt about it. I'm happy.
A big bucket full of Bojangles chicken?
I mean, that would really make me happy, but, especially living in the Northeast, you don't get to have Bojangles up here, so, but.
Hey, congratulations on a win, man. That was exciting to watch you go from the back of the pack up to the front, back again. You're just kind of all over the place. You definitely saw a lot of different scenery throughout the race here tonight, but you saw the best scenery of the last lap, so congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. We were saving fuel for most of that race. After pit stops, I got out front there, and I was like, all right, I think we saved enough fuel in that first run. We went a lap or 2 longer than everybody else. I think I'll be all right just running up front. And did some more calculating there, and it wasn't gonna be enough, so I had to save, and I was just gonna save until about 8 laps to go. And that's when I started to go. Kind of got boxed in on the bottom, and I kind of screwed up, and I lost where my nose was. I was watching my mirror and got into the back of Higman and slid him up the track into Tommy, and it just caused a chain reaction wreck there on lap 73 or 74, whatever lap it was. So I just got to apologize to everybody for that. So that was my bad for sure.
Do you realize how close you were to actually being taken out that last lap?
Oh yeah. So on the last lap, the fortunate yet unfortunate part is that Adam and I have been racing each other for years. We're good friends and we're teammates, and we know each other's tendencies. And each of us can expose them on these tracks. And if you actually watch that final lap really close, going down the backstretch, you'll see him lift off of me going down the backstretch. And I knew what he was doing. I never lifted. I just moved up the track a little bit in the corner. That way I could better cover whatever his move was going to be. And I still think he might have got to my inside had Chad not gotten to the back of him, I think a little bit right there. Got him loose. So that hurt.
Chad actually turned him just enough,
Yeah.
but he saved it. And that when Chad actually touched him and he turned down, he was so close to the back bumper of your truck. I mean, if he had been another foot, you would have been around.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then I thought that killed their momentum, but the 32 gave Adam a shot and gave him all of his momentum back off turn 4. I went out to go cover Chad, and the 32 of Swaverly, man, he gave Adam a shot, and I had to go back down and cover that. I almost wrecked myself there too. So, I mean, I was here to win. I think I told you guys that last week. I was gonna play it and see how it was throughout the race. Obviously, I would push at the end regardless of how the pack was looking. So I'm glad we were able to check that off and carry the momentum into the playoffs starting next week.
Yeah, next week the playoffs start, and we wish you luck next week. I know you don't have any sponsors to thank, just friends. So.
Yeah, we'll thank Transervice and Glenn Campbell and everybody over there for sponsoring this series. Transervice has been a huge supporter of this league, and it's fun to see them carry it on, even though normally they were in the Cup Series, but now they're in the trucks, and that's great in my opinion. Thanks to all the admins at Sim500 for what they do. I love running the trucks, and yeah, thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. I'll go back and watch this tomorrow morning when I go to work. Thanks to everybody that watched. Thanks to everybody that raced. Thanks to Trey Edson for keeping my trucks looking good out here. Yeah, Cheer Wine and Bojangles is not a sponsor as much as I would love for them to be a sponsor. I wouldn't mind a case of Cheer Wine and some bow rounds right next to me, but they're not. But the paint scheme is very good looking, and I love it. So, yeah, that's about it. Looking forward to next week at Pocono. Maybe. I love that track, but see how the truck drives. See if we can get a good start to the playoffs.
We wish you luck next week. Congratulations on a big win tonight here at Daytona National Speedway.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
All right,
well,
ladies.
That's going to wrap us up, man.
That will wrap us up here.
No, let's go through the top 10 or the points here. Let's see what we got here.
Now we're going to go through the official results. Maybe. Maybe not. There we go.
I don't know what's happening. There it goes.
All right, your winner tonight going to be Justin Fuller. In second, Adam Gill. In third, Chad Coleman. Fourth, Doug Roth. Fifth, Richard Swavely. Sixth, going to be Kevin Stone. Seventh, Bentley Glazier. Eighth, Jeff Ride. Ninth, John Higman Jr. 10th, going to be Pedro Mojica. 11th, going to be Gerald Livingston. 12th, going to be Derek Myers. 13th, Ryan Howard. 14th, Brian Wortman. 15th, going to be Hamish Gallagher. 16th, Tommy Ryan. 17th, John Eckert. 18th, Trey Eidson. Back in 19th is going to be Joey Gattina. 20th, going to be John Fowler. 21st, going to be Jamie Massey. 22nd, going to be Ron Holyfield. 23rd, Steve Herring. 24th, Richard Beasley. 25th, Charles Woods. 26th, Dwight Beverly. Back in 27th, we're going to have Mike Kelly. Back in 28th, going to be Scott Simley. 29th, Stoney Benfield. 30th, E.J. O'Rourke. 31st, Doug Sigmund. 32nd, Daniel Falkenham. 33rd, Josh Parker. 34th, Tyler Dalton. 35th, Brian Macklin. 36th, Kevin Hackney. And Randy Pepper. It's official. Let's go down the list of our 18 playoff drivers.
Yes.
2 seconds
Let's look
here.
at.
Your 18 playoff drivers. Oh, Kevin DeBrown missed the event tonight.
Yes, he did.
That
He was not here.
That throws a wrench into things. I did not realize Kevin wasn't here tonight. Randy Pepper, are you ready for this?
Yes.
Richard Beasley, Chad Coleman, Tyler Dalton, Trey Eidson, Daniel Fockingham, Justin Fuller, Hamish Gallagher, Joey Gattina, Bentley Glazier, Ryan Howard, Mike Kelly, Pedro Mojica, Derek Myers, E.J. O'Rourke, Josh Parker, Tommy Ryan, Scott Simley, and squeaking his way in, Richard Swavely. Kevin DeBrown is not in the playoffs.
And I'm shocked at that. Where was Kevin DeBrown tonight?
Kevin DeBrown was sitting in 17th to begin the evening. He did not enter the event.
Huh. Something must have come up for sure.
So Kevin DeBrown misses the playoffs. A couple of shocking misses.
Yeah.
For the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Kevin DeBrown, Ron Holyfield, Brian Macklin. That's a shocking miss.
Yep. I agree.
That's a very shocking miss on Brian Macklin's part. Jose Gonzalez, I really thought he would make himself into the playoffs as well as here in Doug Roth. I thought they had opportunities to make themselves into the playoffs, but they are unfortunately not going to be members of the 2022 Sim500 Transervice Truck Series playoffs.
Class of 22.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Ghostfire Media here tonight. We're going to let our esteemed friend from the Sunshine State take us out.
All right, you've been watching another great episode of Racing in the Transervice Sim500 League on the Ghostfire Media Network. I'm Randy Pepper. That's Nick Adams. Until next week, so long from the Sunshine State.
Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.